So Donald Trump has rediscovered the idea of a conditions-based withdrawal, not a timetable. And you know what's great, too, is he didn't even mention what the conditions needed to be. So now there's absolutely no way to hold this guy accountable. Wasn't that tricky of me? It's mysterious secret conditions. And of course, I'm so old, I remember when George W. Bush got up in front of the Republican convention, I think it was, in 2000, and said, we will not be a nation building, we will not go on nation building exercises. And Donald Trump must remember that too, because here is what he said last night. This is clip number 3.
America will continue its support for the Afghan government and the Afghan military as they confront the Taliban in the field. Ultimately, it is up to the people of Afghanistan to take ownership of their future, to govern their society, and to achieve an everlasting peace. We are a partner and a friend, but we will not dictate to the Afghan people how to live or how to govern their own complex society. We are not nation building again. We are killing terrorists.
Okay, so let's put these two things together. I mean, we're a partner and a friend, and I'd also put, like, just in parens, occupying power. I just put that. I mean, most of your partners and friends are like that anyways. And we're not going to leave after a specific amount of time. We're going to leave after a specific conditions of which we will not dictate and will be completely up to the Afghani people, or Afghan people, I should say. And conditions of which are so vague, where apparently the conditions are, we're going to kill terrorists. I mean, I hope folks see the ridiculousness of this. We're not going to leave until certain conditions are met. We're also not going to impose conditions upon the Afghan people. And to the extent that those conditions are met, you'll never know it because we're never going to say them publicly because we want the element of surprise. Surprise conditions. I don't think that we should have expected anything different. Donald Trump has outsourced the military completely to the military. He has abdicated the commander-in-chief role, which they love to say all the time. And the one instance when he's actually the commander-in-chief, he is not. He's basically abdicated. And the idea that you're going to get any people in the media who are going to talk about how sober he was during that speech, it's just absurd. It's just absurd. But thank God this guy's non-interventionist. I mean, do we have a bet on how long that sort of canard would have lasted anyways?
I think we both said matter of days, if not weeks.
I mean, to be
and we
fair,
were right. Well, because he
you look at
murdered a bunch of
Yemen,
Yemenis right out of the
yes.
gate. So I'm going to go with days.
To the extent that there was any change in policy there, it was, we're probably going to send more troops and we're not going to worry so much about civilian casualties. And that's not even new to the extent that it's been modeled that way in Yemen. And frankly, in Syria.
Afghanistan, in some respects.
Yep.
I mean, he did drop the mother of all bombs there, and they've rewritten rules globally to make it easier to kill civilians. And when he says take, the shackles off, I mean, it sounds like they're still trying to refight Vietnam in some ways, right? Because he couldn't win Vietnam because he didn't kill enough people there.
Well, I mean, I don't know that there's the historical context for other people. I think it's just sort of a dynamic that is ever present. Yeah, maybe. Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos